William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.
This week on the Trilby Tour, a scaffolder, a chippy and a sparky compete against another 150 or so amateur golfers to try and become champion of Oxfordshire. The final regional championship of 2018 sees the Trilby Tour roll up at the Springs Club in Oxfordshire. It's the last chance to qualify for the final, the last chance to become the champion of the county, and the last chance to duff one into the lake and end up in Rogues Gallery. It's all to play for. Coming up in the show, we have all the best of the play from a high-scoring day at the Springs. The best 4 players of the day face off over 3 holes for the last regional playoff of the year. And in Rogues Gallery, you can see our crew almost get wiped out on the first by this shot. Hannah Wilkes will be talking to the players on the first tee, but now here's our commentator, Mr. Rob Lee.
Thank you, Mac. Yes, we're in a beautiful part of Oxfordshire. It's last chance saloon for Trilby Tourians to make it through to the Trilby Tour World Championship. It is the Trilby Tour Championship of Oxfordshire at the Springs. Beautiful day. Let's get to Hannah on the first.
Anthony, we saw you last week.
You
at
did.
The KP.
You did.
Tell us how it went.
It was a bit down and up. So front nine was absolutely diabolical, and then the sort of pressure came off, and back nine was pretty good actually. So if I do this course like I did the back nine, then I should be pretty happy.
Consistency is key. Strong start. So what did you score?
I scored 30 points.
That's not bad if you completely fluffed the first nine.
Yes, well, I only had 10 points on the front nine, so I was actually sort of quite pleased with the back nine. In fact, I was thrilled with it. So.
Now, which course do you prefer?
I live a few miles away from here, so I play this course a lot more than I do.
So that should give you an advantage today.
Well, I don't know about that because I've been away all week sailing. So
living the life. Sailing, golf.
Well, it's Cows
sailing.
Week. This is class. I come back especially to be here for obvious reasons because this is the most fantastic thing. I mean, last week was brilliant. I didn't know what to expect, and anybody has got to give this a try at least once because it is quite unbelievable. It really is.
If you can squeeze it in between sailing holidays, then you're doing all right.
Exactly, absolutely.
We'll enjoy.
Will do. Thank you very much.
Well, let's hope that Anthony's not rudderless as he heads out onto the links with the 9 at the first, not a long par 4. That's low and left. Yes. It went. Nobody noticed. Nobody saw it.
Well, welcome back to the Trilby Tour. Rob Parry, you've been here, 7, 8 times? We didn't see you last year, though. Are you happy to be back?
It's great to be back amongst fellow Trilbytorians. It's nice to be back, yeah, definitely.
What are you hoping you can do here today? Do you just want to get back in the swing of it? Because you've left it kind of late to try and get to the final.
Qualify, top 10. Top 10 would be ideal.
You're here to do some business. How's the game?
I've barely played in the last 3 months, so we don't know.
Okay, I like that. Maybe it'll just be, you're so relaxed, it'll just be a natural game.
Yeah, hopefully a break from the game would have done me some good and rekindled a bit of passion for it, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to it.
Have you at least had a practice round?
I did. I played on Tuesday.
How did you find it round Springs?
I played okay.
Just okay?
I played okay.
Okay. Well, good luck, okay?
Thank
okay.
you very much.
Okay.
Well, Rob hails from Bletchingley Golf Club in Surrey. 3 wood. Oh, and they're clapping. They love it. That's because for them, around that tee, that's a very good first shot. Stuffed.
I can sense the nervous energy on you, Christopher Preston. Your first time here at the Trilby Tour, and when I said, come over here, we're going to talk to you, you literally were like, no, anything but this.
Absolutely.
How
I tried
are you
looking
feeling?
down.
Yeah, looking down actually makes me want to pick you
Yeah,
up.
very nervous. Yeah, legs are like jelly now, just about to go on the tee, so arms and legs are shaking.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you reckon you might have trouble getting the ball actually on the tee?
I hope not.
We see that a lot, you know.
Not. Hands are shaking a bit, but I think I'll be all right. Get the first shot out of the way and I'll be okay, I think.
Yeah, just the first shot with the gallery and the cameras and the pressure.
Yeah, definitely. I think get that one out of the way, walk around, and then you'll have your caddy talking to you. I'll be all right then.
Yeah, who have you got caddying for you today? Someone that's
Friend of
calming
mine.
influence?
Yeah, a guy who used to work with, Nat. We play together at club level. Same sort of handicap, and he's a bit of a joker, so he'll just keep me sort of laughing and relaxed, hopefully. Yeah.
Okay. Well, relax.
Thank you.
And enjoy yourself.
Thanks a lot.
Thornbury Golf Club in Bristol. He's got a very posh Bristol accent. Just a hint of it. West Country lilt. Now he posted the left leg. That's working okay. Not necessarily in the right direction.
Brendan Boom Boom Delaney, this is your last chance saloon to qualify for the final. And a final without a Brendan Delaney just isn't a Trilby Tour final. Are you going to get it done?
Well, hopefully, yeah. But unfortunately, I've not played a great deal this year, so I think that might have something to do with it.
How come you haven't played so much? You've got to prioritise the Trilby Tour.
Yeah, work, unfortunately. Too busy. Too busy. Yeah.
Always gets in the way of everything, doesn't it?
Does indeed.
How do you like it here at the Springs? Have you had a practice round?
I haven't actually. I was so busy at work. I only managed to come up late after work yesterday because this is the first time I've not had a practice round before playing.
Well, based on this year's performances, that might not be a bad thing.
Absolutely not, because I think 23 or 24 has been my best score so far. So, yeah, it can't be worse.
Yeah, just go play your natural game. Don't worry about what's hiding for you out there on the course.
Lovely. Thanks very much.
He still gives it a smash, old Brendan. Watch this. Clubhead speed. Yes. Been a bit of a wild man recently. Not playing his usually consistent self. Needs a bit of luck. Hunt watching on.
We do like it when we get an actual athlete show up for the Trilby Tour. John Regis, welcome back. You played at Barbara last year. Have you got a bit of a taste for it?
Yes, I have. I was really close, just missed out in finishing the top 10. Hopefully this year I can make a change and get in that top 10.
Have you been practicing and training hard, as an ex-athlete should? I can say, I'll take that laughter as a no.
Unfortunately, not as much as I would like to, but I came here yesterday, I had a little practice round just to see what it's like. It's a lovely course, lovely surrounding, so fingers crossed I can bring my good game with me.
That's always a good thing to bring. Now that you've had a taste of the Trilby, are all your World Championship, Commonwealth, Olympic medals starting to look a little bit like they've lost their shine because what you really want is a Trilby title?
Well, this is the only one that isn't on my mantelpiece. I've got medals in every other major championship, so I need one of these. So come on, root for me. I'm your friend. You can do that.
I'll root for you. Off you go. Good luck.
Cheers.
I still remember watching John run the 200 metres. British 200 metre record holder since 1994. How about that? Not a bad motion either. Iron off the tee. People struggling to find this first hole, or the middle of it, finding the edge of it. Okay, let's get back to Hannah.
Thanks, Rob. Well, I'm, as ever, catching up with William Hunt. William, here at the Springs Club, who do you fancy for today?
It's always a curse when I tip them, isn't it?
Yeah.
And no one ever thanks me for it. But I fancy a bit of Boom Boom Delaney today. Paul Llewellyn's here today, who is the greatest ever living Trilbytorian. But he looks a bit too serious. I'm not sure he's feeling like he's got into the swing of stuff this year yet, but I think this course suits Boom Boom, and I'm going to go with Mr. Delaney.
Well, he hasn't played much golf this year, and so you're saying Paul looks too serious, whereas Brendan's the complete opposite. I don't think he's expecting much from himself, which could work in his favour.
I think Brendan's very relaxed, really, really relaxed. He's here, big smile on his face. All these guys here, there's a big mob of them come every time. You know, I think it's his third or fourth time he's played this year. He's been 2 times champion in 1 year, as our Brendan. He is one of the smoothest, most relaxed guys you can ever meet in golf.
And what do you think we're going to be seeing score-wise? What do you reckon you're going to need to get the top 10 and then the playoff?
Top 10 is going to be today mid-30s. It's a good track. It's a great track. It's in great condition, but it's not an easy track. And I think mid-30 will get you top 10, and you've got to beat 36, maybe 37. To 37, 38 will get you top 4. That's what we're looking for today. Have we got any good enough players? I don't know.
Out onto the golf course with Essie from the Springs. Local knowledge. It's not going to help much with this one at the 8th, par 3. Unusual tee shot, trying to pitch and run it. Didn't quite make the journey. Regis, 18 points through 13 holes, well into the back 9 now. 2 par 5s on the front side, 2 par 5s on the homeward 9. And taking it on here, you can see how dry it is because the summer's been brutal. Green staff have worked wonders to get some green on the tees and on the fairways. Edges of the tees and the greens. Christopher Preston, the 10th, heading for home, 193 yards. This par 3. So anywhere where he's putting would be very good. That isn't a bad shot at all. 294 yards of 17th, a real birdie chance, and going well, 33 points. It's been a good day. Just needs to finish it all off nicely. And that's the first part taken care of. Just nudge it down there, get it in play, wedge it on. Good plan. Boom, boom. 22 points, 10 holes played. He's ahead of the game. Tiger Woods red on today. Desperate to make it through to the Trilby Tour World Championship final. And that is absolutely fine. Couldn't be better. Perfect tee shot for Brendan. Hardly a breath of wind out there today. Essie's second after a canny tee shot, the par 3. Now the order here is ball and then turf. Oh, if this keeps trundling, it's working hard. Par attempt coming up. John Regis here in 2. The 14th par 5. Went for the green. Just missed. So a chip and a putt for a birdie. Oh, just needed to rattle the flag. That's it. 25-footer coming up for John. Perry second at 17 after the positional play off the tee, which was good. And the second shot is ish. It's ish. The signs that the breeze is just picking up slightly. S for the par at the 8th, par 3. 11 points. This would improve things. Hard lines. 32 points in. A very decent effort, but not good enough to qualify on this occasion for Anthony. Regis for the birdie at 14. The birdies have not been plentiful today. And maybe that's why, just a little shy with the putter. DNQ John Regis. Preston for the par. 37 points, Christopher Preston. Handicap 5. That's a very good knock. Set the target for everyone else. Perry could get there. Birdie putt from the fringe at 17 with 33 points so far. Nearly. Very nearly. He's looking at 37 minimum now. We can pop that in. Saw Delaney's tee shot at the 11th. It was perfect. Just missed the target with the second. Trying to 2-putt from the fringe, which he will do. 37 points, Brendan Delaney. Standards very high today at the Springs. Here's another potential 37-pointer for the par. Oh, heartbreak. But he does do something decent up the last. 37 points, Rob Perry.
This man, Paul Wennin, is the greatest living Trilby Tourian, aren't you?
I guess the stats say that, yeah.
But we haven't seen you this year. So you've won the Trilby Twos, you've won the World Championship, you've won numerous regional championships. But you've been hiding this summer.
Yeah.
Where have you been? You're going to let people catch up?
We've been up in Hull, ready for the final. I think we're almost like members there now. So we've been getting ready for this year's final. So hurt last year, so we've decided to do something about it.
Okay, what have you been working on?
Just getting to know Hull a little bit better. Ben won it last year, it's his home track. There's 2 or 3 other guys that are off 1 and 2 this year that play at Hull. So we've got to get to know the course as good as them and treat it like our home club, really.
Good luck out there.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
When you're as famous as Paul Llewellyn, opening supermarkets, turning on the Christmas lights, all the sort of stuff. And you know what I mean? For a fee, we don't do it for nothing. That's a wonderful start. But those trees down the left are like a magnet, even to a Trilby Tour great like Paul Llewellyn. We're back in 2.
gentleman's playground.
Welcome back to Oxfordshire, the Springs, for the final chance to qualify for the Trilby Tour World Championship in Hull. This is the Championship of Oxfordshire. 37 points, 3 players in the clubhouse leading the way. That is a mark you've got to get to at least, you would think, to make it into the playoff. Jason Murch, now look at that. Left below right, he's cross-handing this one. He's a 13 handicapper, he's got 13 points. Not attempting to fly it on. Sit. Ooh, it's a bunker shot. Bunker shot coming up. Sand before the ball. Rocky Llewellyn, not having a fantastic day, but going for this par 5. Trying to fade it in from left to right. It's the right idea. Just stay where he started. Didn't really move. It's not a bad position, though. Hole high and down the left-hand side. That's what he's got left. For him, that's a really big birdie opportunity. Simon Fillery plays for West Byfleet. Lovely part of the world. Down there in the Surrey Quarter, near Walpolston and New Zealand Golf Club. And that a little unlucky. Excess check. Check the grooves. Llewellyn chipping and putting for a birdie here at 14. Surely. For him, that's just a little heavy-handed. Won't be pleased. Now, this is quite tricky with the grip the other way round. Still got the glove in the right hand. As you would. Our turn pro. Turn pro. Very, very good effort. So hard to get that right. Didn't he play that well? Fillery for the birdie. Everyone trying to get a view of this. Sometimes from the fringe you just don't hit it hard enough. That's well done. 36 points. That's hanging on a shaky nail, that one, because there are 3 at 37 in. Only 4 go through. Trying to make things happen now. Running out of holes. Rocky Llewellyn for the birdie. He's given that a thump. Oh, somehow the hole held it. In the end, 30 points. Mind already concentrating on the World Championship final. Murch for the 3, a really good 3 at the 8th. Go on. Yeah, wonderful up and down. 36 points. Another man hanging on grimly. Georgie Kay's second at the 11th. 6 handicapper. Chipping Norton is his home. And that's not a bad effort. That's what he's got left. Get it around the greens, and you're not too far away at the Springs. Mark Finney, 12 handicap. First Trilby Tour. We like the new breakout boys on the Trilby Tour. Coming along and playing for the first time. Hopefully having a great day. Kay's birdie attempt at 11. We saw the second shot finish here. Go on. Brilliant putt. And a very good day, 36 points. They're stacking up, all hoping to make that last playoff spot theirs. Finney's birdie attempt at the 7th. Looks like this. From 10 feet. Unlucky. Guess what? 36 points. It's almost the score you don't want to be on. Well, there's an overhead view, a bird's eye view of the 18th. And you can see the job that the green staff have done, how burnt it is, apart from where they've paid a lavish attention to the green surrounds. Top job. Let's get to Hannah.
Thanks, Rob. So our playoff holes here at the Springs today are the 1st, 8th and 18th with pars 4, 3 and 4. The first is a short-ish par 4, and to tell us more about it is Ashley Pheasant, head of golf here at the Springs. You may remember him from last week. He's also head of golf at the KP Club. You're a busy man, Ashley. Tell us how to play this hole best, because there are a lot of trees around.
First hole, relatively short par 4. Positioning off the tee is paramount. Down the middle of the fairway we'll leave a short to mid-iron into the green, which is guarded by 2 recently refurbished bunkers. If you miss the bunkers but then end up in the fescues around the green, you could be facing a difficult chip. If we get a big hitter, he may think about taking it over the top of the trees and leaving a very short chip onto the green.
And looking at the bunkers, you say they're new. You've gone for quite high-sided bunkers, so very difficult to get out of if you do go in them.
Yeah, they are tough. They've only been in play a couple of weeks, but the fescue is built around them, and also the severity of the slopes around them onto the green can prove for a difficult bunker shot if you miss the green.
And it's a double green on the back.
Double green with the 6th. The pin today front right, so again just goes back to the tee shot, getting in the right position on the fairway to be able to approach the pin.
Okay, so Ash, the 8th is our second playoff hole, a longish par 3. There's some water to the left-hand side, some big bunkers to the right, and I imagine you want to go on the right side of the green based on where the pin position is.
Yeah, mid to long iron today, playing slightly into the breeze. Pin cut quite tight left behind the water feature. A sensible shot, look at it, hitting it 10 yards right of the flag. 2 putts, par 3. However, with the bunkers to the right, if it is anybody's bailout, they're going to be faced with a 40-yard bunker shot, which nobody likes.
No, and I mean, with that water, and these are amateur golfers, of course, are we likely to see quite a few go so far, just try and fly all the way to the flag and end up in the water?
If they fly all the way to the flag, there is a ditch waiting behind the green. So it's a hole which is surrounded by danger. If a guy is on a shot, second playoff hole, he may play it tactically different. We shall see.
We shall. Surrounded by danger, I like that. Good tagline for this hole. You've joined us in the middle of the 18th. You can see the tee behind me. This is the copse of trees that sits in the middle of the fairway. Here's Ash. The green is over there. John, the cameraman, Ash, is not happy because it's dark in here, but this copse of trees is going to cause some problems with knowing our Trilby Tourians. Do you go to the right of it? Do you go to the left of it? Do you go over it? How do you get around this?
If anybody is going for the championship today, they've got to think about going over the top. Not a overly long hole, but if they get over the top of the trees, a very short iron into the green, that's the attacking play. If a guy's feeling he may have it in the bag, he may think about going left, he may think about going right. If he slightly misses it, he's going to be in trouble. And if you don't get over the trees, it's going to be even more trouble. So then, all going well, he's over the trees, shot into the green, more bunkers to contend with, a tightly placed flag behind the bunker on the left, gallery watching, 18th hole.
And with the challenge of these trees and the bunkers, it's mentally going to be really difficult, and we might see a meltdown, mightn't we?
I think Trilby playoff, we probably are going to see a meltdown, and it's probably going to happen somewhere in here. Let's wait and see.
Somewhere in here, Rob. Don't know if you can even see us because we're in the dark, but we're here and back to you for the playoff.
Well, thank you, Hannah. Yes, we'll get to the playoff very shortly. Bit of business to be conducted to the 14th. And William Goy, Clandon Regis Golf Club. That's not far from Guildford. And that one has bounced out. That's a break, a massive break. Par 5 to close out the front 9. 13 points so far for Callum Russell. Now, what's he done with this? Where's this going to finish up? Just hangs on there. It's not too bad. Birdie chance will ensue. Goy, wide off the tee. He's got that big drop it inside, into out motion. And that right to left shape has just hung on. It's okay. That's where we saw Rocky Llewellyn get it up and down too for his birdie 4. Scott Byrne, all the way from Essex. Cannonbrook, or Cannonsbrook, more than one cannon. Stay there, stay. That's been a difficult target to hit all day long, that one. Good tee shot. Chipping and putting for birdies. That's what we like to see on the Trilby Tour. Level par so far, and that is not going to feature in his personal top 10. Now, Callum was here in a couple of shots, and he's played this very nicely. He's done well. Big chance for a birdie. This is a birdie attempt after a disappointing chip at the 14th. Not risking loft this time, out with the flat stick, trying to putt it through the rough. This is the birdie putt. And, oh, it's annoying. And that's annoying. 36 points. It means you've played well, but have you played well enough? So 2 greenside, duff chip, putt from the rough to here for the par. He's on par. Oh, well done. And well done. 37 points. That means the 36ers, they're gone. William Goy joins the fray at the top of the tree at the Trilby Tour. Oxfordshire Championship beckons. So much at stake. Byrne. It's quite a nice, languid putting stroke. What a putt that is. 37 points because of that putt. Joint clubhouse leader, Scotty Byrne. And unusually in the Trilby Tour, the best score of the day is also going to be the score where somebody, 1 from 5, misses out. It's Goy. Preston, Byrne, Delaney. And this, the best of the 5, Perry. Shooting for the flag with unerring accuracy. Look at that, and a bit of check as well. And sadly for William Goy, he misses out in the playoff, but he does make it through to the World Championship final. So it's Byrne, Delaney, Perry and Preston that will go to the playoff. Hard lines to William Goy. He joined Simon Fillery, Mark Finney, George Kay, Jason Murch and Callum Russell in the World Championship final. And that was the last chance to qualify. Well done all. To Hunt's Hunch.
We've got 4 guys who have had a very, very good day today, haven't they? You know, we've all played beyond themselves. We're 5 guys actually, but sorry, 1 guy missed out on the shootout. Chris Preston, 5 handicap, and he's had a fantastic day. Played really well, but I know he faded a little bit at the end, so his points were scored early. Could be tough for him. Boom Boom Delaney, I picked him this morning. He's relaxed, he's not been playing, he said. Good time to come back, and sometimes you can play really well when you haven't played for a little while. Rob Perry back after being off in the wilderness, not been around for a while. Looking lean, looking fit, and looking very determined. Got a point to prove. Scott Byrne, don't know much about Scott. Off 9, gets a shot. So that'll help him. But Brendan gets 2 shots. Now Brendan's handicap's been tumbling down this year. We've been cutting him as he's been succeeding. I'm going to go with my earlier pick this morning, and that was Brendan Boom Boom Delaney.
Hunt's Hunch, Mystic Hunt. Now you wouldn't have thought so. He's on a 100% record of abject failure. Can he turn things around and change the trend? We'll find out in a couple of minutes.
The Perfect Gentleman's Playground.
This is where we find out who's got the medal to win the Trilby Tour Championship of Oxfordshire. Nerves are jangling on the first tee. It's 4 men playing 3 holes for 1 championship. Let's get down there.
First up, ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome Brendan Delaney.
Brendan Delaney, Ferndown Golf Club, 62 years of age, handicap 14. Oh, fabulous day. These are always super days, and today again, lots of luck. It's a lovely course, very tight actually. The back 9 is very tight. The greens were lovely. I held some putts today, and if you got in the bunkers, they were very tricky. But no, fabulous course, and yeah, really pleasure playing.
So Delaney going with the driver, holding back. Shackles are off. A lot of people in love with this. And will it stay on the fairway? Pitches on it. Yes, excellent.
Second to the tee, Mr. Scott Byrne.
Hello, my name's Scott Byrne. I'm 43 from Canonsbrook Golf Club in Harlow. And my handicap is 9. Absolutely fantastic. The driving's been excellent. Chipping's been absolutely fantastic. Managed to hole a couple of monsters out there, so all goes well. I parred 1, I birdied 8, and I managed to scramble a point on 18. So hopefully the same again will get me through this.
Well, Scott will get a shot up the last, the third of the playoff holes and final one. This is all on his own at the first. That's left and hard and fast and needs a bit of luck.
Third up on the tee, Mr. Christopher Preston.
Hi, my name's Chris Preston. I'm 42 and I'm from the golf club in Thornbury, Gloucestershire, and I play off a 5. The course was great, greens were quick, nice, caddy was good fun, kept me going. Wife walked around with me, she's pregnant at the moment, so she made the effort to come out and walk around. Yeah, played some good golf, I was happy with it. Our short game was good, hold a couple of really nice putts, which obviously makes a lot of difference. Birdied one of the shot holes for 4 points on the back 9 with a nice putt, which made a massive difference to the score and probably got me into the playoffs, so yeah, pleased with that.
Well, if he wins, him and his wife will be able to say to Junior when it finally comes along, you were there when Daddy won the Trilby Tour Championship of Oxfordshire. Just trying to find the fairway. So many people have gone left. That's going to be blocked out. 1 to go.
And finally, Mr. Rob Perry.
Rob Perry, Bletchley Golf Club, age 48, playing off 5. Very good. Great company. Even Big Dog was great company, and with an old friend that I haven't seen for a few years. So all in all, brilliant day. I've qualified for the final 3 times, but never got anywhere near winning a county event or regional event. So I've got close to a couple after the 18 months that we've had of turmoil, so this would be a good pick-me-up.
3 wood for Perry. Not too much to beat down here. He's got Rent-A-Crowd with him as well. Is this going left? Ish. Oh, it is as well. Now that's borderline. Delaney must be laughing his socks off going down here. He's done it all before as Brendan. And he's Hunt's hunch. Preston. Not got a great view from here. Up and over. Clipped a bit of foliage. Now where's this gone? Not even the drone could pick that up. To be discovered. Actually, Burns' tee shots worked out fine. Look at this. Had a perfect view. Big double green the first. And that's not especially close to either pin. Preston. That sounded excellent. Up and over the tree. That's a great shot. Could walk away with a par here. Absolutely brilliant. Still haven't seen Brendan Delaney's second shot. It was so good, the drive. This is Perry having a go. Trying to wheedle one through if he can. Almost gets it to the putting surface. So they're in 2. Now it's going to be Brendan's go. Look at this. The drive was magnificent. The second shot was not even average. Disappointing for Brendan. Come on, Brendan. You can do better than that. So Brendan here in 2. Needs to up and down this for his par. 2 shots to come, but not here. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hustle. Nah. Tester. Byrne has got a bit of fringe trouble, so he's chipping. This better be clipped nicely, otherwise the greenkeeper's going to be after him. Played it well. Steady, steady. Perry did really well to get his second shot anywhere near the green. Now this is fairly straightforward. Into the hill, and then it flattens out at the top, and that is well done. Par is always a good start in the playoff, the Trilby Tour. To win a county championship. Burn for the par. Unlucky. Very unlucky. So 1 over after 1, Scott Byrne. And he will get a shot at the last. Delaney for his par, net par. Has anybody spotted William Hunt? Oh no. Oh no. It is true. Once you hear that William Hunt has plumped for you on the first tee, you might as well put your driver back in the bag, put your clubs back in the car, and drive home. Not too much luck with the putting on the first playoff hole. Chris Preston, 1 over, 2 to go. Playing off a 5, shotless in Oxfordshire. Perry then. What an opportunity. And he takes it. It's a very good 4. Sheepishly walking towards the 8th, the second playoff hole, out in front.
Brendan Delaney, what were you doing, Brendan? What were you thinking? The best drive of the lot, not the best second shot. You know how to do this. You've got plenty of shots available, but you've wasted them. Your 2 shots you had, you've wasted that hole. Brendan, come on. This is what the high handicapper does. They don't have the technique or the forethought to keep themselves contained. Rob Perry, he's technically the best golfer here, and he's just showed it.
Well, that's a dressing down. Poor old Brendan. You enter, you play well, and then William Hunt picks you in the playoff. Perry, level par after the first playoff hole at the par 3-8. There's trouble here. Oh, but not for that one. That is his shot of the day. Fantastic tee shot. In shape to make a 2. No one's going to get inside that, I can assure you. It will not be Scott Byrne. This one a flare to the right. Stay, stay, stay. Not too bad. Avoided the water. That's parable. What about Preston's attempt? It needs to bounce and roll and cajole its way onto the green. It's trying its very best. That is maxed out from the contact to Delaney. Now Brendan's got a shot here. He may need it. That looks wet. Oh, splish splash. I was taking a bath. And it's good night, Brendan. An 8 out of 8 for William Hunt. Delaney, he'll crack on. He won't give up. This is his third net second shot. And he struck that awfully well. But he's going to drop a shot, you would think. And then he's gone. Preston, to stay remotely in it, needs to chip and putt this. Pitched it a long way down. Hit the pin. Oh. It's a good shot. It's pressure. That's all it is. It's pressure. Something for your mantelpiece. You can see it, you can touch it, but can you take it home? And that one running on gamely. Things are starting to take shape here now. If you're Rob Perry, things are starting to look very good. Delaney for the 4-net 3. It will not be. Brendan +3. With the shot up the last, it won't be enough. Not this time, Brendan. How about Preston's par attempt? Go on. Get in there. Oh, yes. Wonderful. Stays in it. Crucial putt for Christopher. With that par 4 to finish with the copse of trees in the middle of the fairway. This would set the cat amongst the pigeons for a birdie 2. All but the tee shot was wonderful. So just with a narrow 1-shot lead with 1 hole to go for Rob Perry. And Byrne could join the party and be 1 shot away if this can go in. He laid up, chose to lay up, wrong club, 2 over, too much to ask for. Although Scott does have a shot down the last.
Rob's to lose. He's playing fantastic at the moment. Brendan, what are you doing? You've just thrown it away. You had 2 shots. All you had to do was play your game, and you've thrown it away. Rob Perry is flying. He's calm. Look how calm he is. Doing really good. The other 2 lads, I don't think they're going to do it. Rob, you're the man.
That's not a Hunt's hunch to pick the best player who's playing his Sunday best up the last with the driver, Rob Perry. Ah, when he smashed this straight over the copse of trees. Does he find the narrow strip of fairway though? Maybe. Preston next, just 1 shot back. Still game on. Anywhere but the copse of trees. Oh yes, he skirted them. Just got snagged in that first cut of rough. It's fine. Who's going to go into the trees? Scotty Byrne with a shot. Well, it won't be him. That's a beauty. Nearly taking our cameraman out. Good hit. Brendan Delaney. Oh, he's given that the heave-ho. Doesn't matter now. Yeah, it's a long way down. But when you get to the playoff, it's got to be good stuff from the get-go. Otherwise, you fall too far behind. Not enough time. Preston second. Now this is low and flat and running. It's running across the last green. Steady. There's out of bounds down there. And that is out of bounds. Oh dear. So, have another go. 4th shot. And the picture for Rob Perry is becoming very clear. He basically just needs to breathe and stand up for the next 10 minutes, and he will be a Trilby Tour champion. As everybody, one by one, eliminates themselves. Delaney's done that. Glory finish at the 18th. Knock it in with a shot for a net 1. Go on, get in. Get on. It's on. Yeah, after that drive, that's not exactly next to the hole. Now, Byrne having to manipulate this one a little bit from right to left. Went for the low scudder. You can see what he's trying to do. Try and chip and putt the next one. And Scott has a shot. So, Perry in the lead. Right down the middle. trying to find the green, trying to close this out. Oh, and he's done it with another fantastic shot. A little unfortunate with the backup he had. Yeah, the caddy and player in complete harmony. Now at +2, this really does need to go in with a shot to get back to level. I know it's a miracle ask. It's a wonderful shot. Brilliant pitch. So he can finish one over, and you never know. Rob Perry 3-putt could happen. Fabulous scenes at the Springs, sun setting as the crowds gather to see who's going to be the champion of Oxfordshire. It won't be Brendan Delaney, but this would be some putt if he could knock this in. It's got to be 60 feet at least. And he pretty much hit it 60 feet. Good effort. One of the most likeable characters, Boom Boom, on the entire Trilby Tour. Perry with a putt to win for the birdie. Part the first playoff hole, part the second playoff hole. This to play them in 1 under net and gross. It's got interesting now, hasn't it? It's got interesting now. Preston for the 5. It's a fine effort. And with that tester left for Rob Perry, things have become interesting. If Scotty Byrne knocks us in for a net birdie, oh, can you believe it? He would have asked the question, and he knew it. And now it's been handed on a big Trilby Tour plate for Rob Perry just to finish things off in style. And he is the brand new Trilby Tour champion of Oxfordshire. What a performance at the Springs for Rob Perry in front of his mates and the gallery and the crowd. Just brilliant. Thoroughly deserved win for the man who played by far the best golf in the playoff.
That's all the regional championships of the 2018 season decided. So we now have the lineup for the World Championship final in Hull. We'll be seeing that in a couple of weeks, after we visit Harrogate Golf Club for the Trilby Twos. Now, let's have a quick word with the emotional new champion of Oxfordshire, Rob Perry.
I honestly can't. I'm overwhelmed by what's just happened. The whole day has been brilliant, and it hopefully brings the end of a chapter, and here's to a brighter future. It's just been a great day.
We've given shot of the day to Dean Briggs for this oh-so-close chip onto the 18th green, because to be honest, Dino needs all the encouragement he can get, bless him. Now, let's see who's roguing it up in the gallery. And first, we prove that even a man who's held the British 200 metres record for the past 24 years isn't above some light mockery, as John Regis leans into this shot on 17 with a little too much of that famous athletic frame.
Gallery, here I come.
Here you come, and here you are, Mr. Regis. Many players visited the lake on 8, but we've chosen this straightforward, neat and simple effort from Nigel Bolt to represent them all. There's something about this shot from Vince Cooper on the 14th that perfectly sums up the futility of golf. Why do we bother, Vince? Why do we bother? It's John Regis again, this time taking the same amount of time it used to take him to run 200 metres to decide he really doesn't want his ball to leave that bunker after all. While his namesake was a star of beyond the fringe, this Peter Cook seems to be struggling to get his ball beyond the fringe of the fairway, and cuddly caddy Dudley Moore was no help. On the 13th, Mark Finney was heard to ask if there were any thistles on the course, an odd question to which he has, unwittingly, found the answer. Those seeking hot bunker action have Peter Gardner to thank for this series of enviably poor attempts to escape the sand on 18. You know what they say, Pete? If at first you don't succeed, try, and then give up on the third go. Maybe even throw in a little paddy for good measure. Ah, Mr. Regis, we promise we'll stop picking on you, John, if this goes in. No? Well, in that case, here's you again messing around in some long grass on the 17th. Keep up the good work, young man. We'll make a golfer of you yet. Who'd be a cameraman now, and this effort from Anton Miles on the 8th is only a promontory of fescue away from hitting Joe in the ankles. A better effort from David Brown on 10 as he actually manages to reach Joe and hit him on his, wait for it, yes, I think that was shin. And now a shot from Gareth Williams that genuinely came very close to wiping out half the production team. A couple of feet lower and we could have saved a lot on wages. Seeing it again in slow-mo really makes it look like Gareth has a grudge against us. And we leave you with the mating dance of the Venezuelan bullfrog, perfectly mimicked by Rob Helm. Rob may well have played an excellent shot after this nonsense, but we're going to fade out before he gets to it and talk to William.
Rob Perry has been a stalwart of the Trilby Tour for year on year on year. We missed him last year, he wasn't here. What a comeback. What a fantastic comeback. How calm and cool. He was calm and cool all day, and then he lost it at the end there when he was doing his acceptance, his interview. That's what the Trilby Tour does to you. It either makes you or breaks you. It made him today and it broke him the final bit that he's going to go to bed a happy man tonight. Well done, Rob.
Next week, it's the Trilby 2's pairs competition at handsome Harrogate Golf Club. Pair after pair off to see who's where and what's what. In the meantime, if you'd like to be a future host of the Trilby Tour, please contact us via the website at www.trilbytour.com. We'll see you next week.
William Hunt Savile Row sponsors the Trilby Tour. The perfect gentleman's playground.